We then have Shane McMahon versus X-Pac for the European Championship. Shane McMahon going in as champion. It's an 8-minute, 41-second contest. And in this one, after X-Pac hits the X Factor, China distracts the referee and Triple H pedigrees X-Pac, turning against him, and then places Shane on top of X-Pac to give him the win as the referee turns around. After the match, Triple H attacks X-Pac. The Outlaws try to make the save, but Test and Triple H beat them down too. The lights go off and Kane's music comes on and he walks to the ring, at which point the Corporation Scarper. So, Alex, let's talk to you first. What did you make of this one?
Right, let's see the reaction. My match of the night.
You don't have to be the polar bear with just your match of the night every time you come on, Alex. It's
No, right, okay, yeah.
I'm getting comfortable for this.
It's my match of the night. So I remember this match, and I've always had fond memories of this match and always really enjoyed it. I remember the feeling that I got when Triple H turns on X-Pac at the time. I remember it, at the time being quite shocked and pissed off at Triple H. And it's all about, and again, I remember at the time, Shane McMahon getting his comeuppance. Everyone wanted to see X-Pac kick his ass, basically. Now, so I kind of expected this was going to be my match of the night, but I was toyed between, before watching it, it was going to be this or the main event. After watching the show, this blows it out of the water. And I'd even go as far to saying that if I was to compile a list of my top 10 favourite, not best, favourite WrestleMania matches, I reckon this would be in it. Because it completely encapsulates the Attitude Era in one match. You've got heel turns, you've got outside interference, you've got shenanigans going all over the show, and in the middle of it, you've got a bloody good match. You've got a decent match. Shane McMahon, pretty decent in the match, and I don't like Shane McMahon. I don't like seeing him wrestle, but I think he's pretty good in the match. X-Pac is so underrated. He's so underrated. He's a fantastic wrestler. He's a fantastic worker. The crowd love it. And again, I put that, everyone wants to see X-Pac win, and he's just up against it from the start. Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe come out and attack him on his way down to the ring. Mean Street Posse, I love their the presence at ringside. Test his presence as well. And it's one of those where he keeps overcoming these odds all the time. And then right at the end, he gets the kick in the balls or the pedigree, so to speak, from Triple H. And Shane McMahon wins. Hated it when Shane McMahon won. Hated it at the time. Hated it now, even though I knew what was going to happen. I've put Shane wins, absolute joke, but in a good way. Shane McMahon in this, he's spoiled brat that you just want to see him get battered, and he's phenomenal at that.
Well, that's very much each to their own opinion type of thing, isn't it? I can't say that I thought this was particularly bad, but nor can I say that I thought it was particularly good either. I mean, the one thing I will definitely agree with you there, Alex, is that I do think that Shane McMahon was shockingly not too bad in this. He was perfectly acceptable from an in-ring perspective. I've seen far worse sort of performances in the ring from people than Shane here. So fair play that wasn't bad. It was a bit boring, I thought. I mean, the entire thing was Shane trying to run away, X-Pac trying to catch him. Test was there at ringside as your big bodyguard to help X-Pac, to help Shane. The Mean Street Posse were there, in the crowd, and just I don't know. I mean, again, I do feel that the steel steps played a very important part in this. As I said throughout the show, it just for some reason it was just a moment where, my God, they hit those steps and it felt impactful. But there we are. There was that. Test did do a kind of sort of, I'm sure he crotched X-Pac, on the ring post, which I hadn't seen it done like that before. So that was cool.
Yeah, I winced at that bit. I thought it was awful to look at, but pretty decent.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, what was that? I mean, yeah. So sort of picked it up, dropped him forward, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Other than sort of those points aside, I mean, I didn't think there was that much to it. I mean, I must admit that I can't stand the Bronco Buster. I'm no, sorry, Alex, just no. It's just he's going crazy. I love it. I mean, it's clearly just designed to humiliate it. Hey, here's my crotch in your face. I'm going to jump up and it's just.
But that's the essence of DX. And what I love about it, and it happens in this, when they reverse it, it makes you wince big time. When they block it, or every time you see it, it makes me wince. Well, it's a brilliant move.
Can't stand the Bronco Buster. X-Pac can do one with that. And you know, this is admittedly the Brit in me now, but every time I hear them announce his finisher as the X Factor, I just cringe just because of the TV talent show. I know, I quite like the finisher, but oh my God. As soon as I hear X Factor, I'm like, oh, cringe. Yeah, so there's that as well. But yeah, I mean, it like I said, I don't think this was that bad. It wasn't that good. It was perfectly fine little thing, you know, sort of in the middle of the show. Okay, you know, the turn at the end, yeah, okay. It doesn't really bother me. It was neither great nor bad. I did find it quite funny at the end, though, where, you know, like you said, where Road Dogg and Billy Gunn came out, and Road Dogg was obviously having a chat with Michael Cole while he was on commentary, and I can't remember the exact phrase he said, but Michael Cole said that, you know, Road Dogg's gonna be threatening to get him, and, you know, he sort of shouted over to Michael Cole, yeah, you're damn right, and, you know, that just made me chuckle. But yeah, other than that, not bad.
Which way am I going on this then? First of all, I can't believe you think this is match of the night, Alex. But not because I think it's bad. It's just that the main event is so much better than this match has gotten true. But having said that, if the main event wasn't here, this would also be my match of the night. I think this is a good match. I think this is a really enjoyable, entertaining match with a good little thing on the end. I think it suffers a little bit from the fact that in every match, first of all, Matt, you brought it up, the steel steps get involved. But also every match, there's some form of interference of some kind. And it is testing me a little bit by this point. And to be honest, the main event almost falls down a little bit for that too, because there's just tons of it. There's tons of things going on. So I think this one suffers for it, but I do think this is a fun match. I also agree with you about X-Pac. I think he's a very talented guy. I think 2000 and 2001, he kind of really just suddenly got this real go-away heat. It was very odd as well, because in 98 and 99, I would argue X-Pac was one of the most popular wrestlers on the roster, and it just flipped out of nowhere. I think it was entirely as well down to character, not anything to do with what you usually get, which is, oh, we don't think he's a very good wrestler kind of thing, which often is the thing that gets people booing. I think it was entirely about his character. I think his character was very in vogue. It was very of the time, and for some reason in 2000 that just completely flipped, and suddenly it became this really grating character to people. But in the 2 years since he returned, I think he was really popular, and I think his work overall is really decent. I think he's a very, very good wrestler, very underrated. But yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I think it was a decent enough match. I can easily stomach Shane doing this stuff because he's not throwing himself off buildings. He's just having a match, and he is a relatively athletic guy. So, you know, it means that he can actually have decent matches with the right opponents, and I think X-Pac was the right opponent here. Obviously, what happened after this with X-Pac and Kane, so after this point, Kane kind of became an honorary member of DX because he was kind of now on their side. X-Pac and Kane became a really popular oddball tag team over the rest of the year, and so X-Pac was still really, really popular for the whole year. You know, I do think it's a good match. I think it pales in comparison to the main event. That's why I'm aghast that you've made it your match of the night.
There wasn't anything that I didn't like about this match. Not one thing. Nothing.